And now we have Special trying to move in with a bit of an army split, wants to deal some damage and eventually probably try and get a kill on a base somewhere. This is a good fight, by the way. Super Battery does get activated. Don't forget there's still an army on that right side as well. ShoWTimE is remembering that, has a big chunk of his army there. Oracle can get a tag up. This is a decent enough army. Can definitely take this out, right? With that one Colossi there, Marine folk based armies are just not as powerful.
No, I do like the way that Special is pulling him back to the Widow Mines continuously, though. Like, he's really giving ShoWTimE a run for his money here, but as soon as those Colossus come online with the Thermal Lance, that's when it's a really different story. Now he's trying to amass all his forces in one spot and really pressure this third base. Knowing that the overcharge is down here, his army is red, and he's playing very well, I do think Special is, even though ShoWTimE, he's not the one on the clock.
This observer is the sickest observer in the world, by the way. He's been seeing so much already. All these rotations having kind of preempted here by ShoWTimE, getting that good army movement, making sure that he can always force shoot a ramp if he needs to. And if Thermal Lance finishes up, I'm not quite sure how Special is going to try and break this.
Me neither, but the time is now for Special. There's two Colossus yet to finish, but Colossus on either side. The Phoenix come in from the right side as well. All these Marines getting melted. There still isn't an overcharged battery, and ShoWTimE just holds, and it's only going to get worse.
Okay, good control. Marine in the orange. Archon coming forward.
Whew. My heart.
I'm sweating. Now note there is an observer following the medevacs, so
Yeah.
it's
trying to keep up.
right, trying to keep up. So he's able to monitor this. You almost have to wonder if Clem should even use these SCVs with the rest of the army. I mean, anything that can eat up extra damage.
Here's the thing. He has 4 attacking units that he needs to deal with. 3 Zealots, 1 Archon. If he takes out one, pulls back, heals up back to full. Takes out one, pulls back, heals up back to full. That's it. These are the last units of ShoWTimE. ShoWTimE is smiling. I think he knows it must be
I
starting
think
to
ShoWTimE
think it.
realizes this should be checkmate. Clem furiously microing right now. Okay, ShoWTimE's gonna go for it. He's microing up. Orange, yellow Marine. Dead
the
Zealot.
Zealot dies. It's 2 Zealots and 1 Archon. The Marine
Oh my God, don't scare me like that. I'm almost flying into the medevac. Or the Archon there with the medevac. Okay, so he heals up. And you can see ShoWTimE, he knows that in a perfect game he should lose.
Yeah,
Clem, a super young player.
He's trying to use the shield battery, but Clem will not fall for this. He's just
Every
gonna
hit he gets on those medevacs, by the way, is permanent. Okay.
ShoWTimE's doing a good job of pulling back the one unit that's being attacked every time, but it does feel like eventually he's going to run out of units.
Okay, Clem microing here.
How many kills do these guys have? They've just been there the whole time, killing stuff. 8,
9 kills, 11 kills. Now, good boost away. Good boost away. It's just these probes.
The chosen 3.
Oh, he's going for it. Okay. Oh my God, it's so low. Good pickup. He's backing up. He's targeting those Marines. He tries to run away. Can the Archon shot hit that medevac? It does not.
No, it's just not fast enough. Clem will never give the opportunity to ShoWTimE, and the Archon is low on shields now.
Yeah, that's
Clem
right.
is ready to go for it.
He's going to go back to that battery
game.
on the other side of the map.
Back to the spa.
That's right. Okay, he's healing up. Again, the
ShoWTimE's drinking water. He knows
ShoWTimE can't believe this. Now he knows if one player, in this case Clem, just makes that mistake, he overextends, the splash connects on either the medevacs or the Marine Marauder, maybe he can win the fight. Okay. Oh, I don't know what ShoWTimE split up his army. Okay, he's trying to get a setup where he can flank him. Oh my God. Oh, big win here, big win. Getting those SCVs.
Here comes the kiting.
The medevac!
Oh my God! He gets one of them. The other one is far away enough, but the Archon's trying to squeeze through.
It's so low. He needs to get them out. He loses another Marauder. Clem, the exhaustion, the fatigue, it may have kicked in. He picks up. And now I actually think ShoWTimE really does have a much more realistic chance here. It's just probes.
Yeah.
So it's 10 probes in an Archon. Now, again, you can stim with a Marine and a Marauder, either of them, and you outrange an Archon, and you can stutter step micro away. Okay, now he's going to try to get them to pick up.
Oh my God.
Oh my God! He goes back. He unloads here. Again, with the observer over here, you can keep spotting. Clem knows the math all too well.
He's like, follow me to the cannon.
Yeah. This is insane. ShoWTimE, he's thinking, he's taking his time. He's saying, is there any other way? Because he's running out of assets. Oh my God, so close to that cannon.
Can you imagine somebody tunes into StarCraft
Look
for
at
the
ShoWTimE
first time
right
and they
now.
look at his game?
ShoWTimE's laughing. He says, okay, this is my life right now. I can't believe this game. And there's, the medevac is so low. How about we draw Clem not reacting? He wants blood. He's coming out. Now, where's that Archon?
He's like, come at
There
me,
it is.
bro, shooting his base.
He's gonna go for it.
Knocked over his post.
If that Archon can hit that medevac,
That's what Clem has to prevent, but it's so hard because the medevac's trying to heal those units. It's so hard to catch that Archon.
it seems like ShoWTimE wants to abuse the fact that the medevac is going to be out of boost and maybe he can catch it a little bit later on. Did he just get it?
Yeah.
Oh my God! GG. Draw.
Ooh, I thought he was going to leave.
No. Yeah, so I think it's physically impossible for the game to go on from here.
I think the best at this point that Protoss can hope for is a draw. Because, I mean, technically speaking, one of these structures should be able to fly in a location on this map, like, say, over there, that the Stalkers just can't reach, right? So there should really not be... Clem can still hope for a draw and for a win, I think. I'm just not entirely sure how he's going to take care of the shield battery. Because he has seen the shield battery. He knows that the battle will take place over there. Alright. The final structures of our Protoss are slowly being killed. Final structures in the natural, that is. But I don't even know if they're really that relevant. I don't know if ShoWTimE, yeah, you can see obviously these Stalkers here too. Or sorry, the medevacs here too, so he knows. My God. Can you just let him kill your final structures, ShoWTimE? Nothing's happening, man. There you go. Appreciate you, dude. Oh. Yeah, medevacs can also heal SCVs. I feel like this game would go faster if ShoWTimE just gave up a few of these structures, because there's no way he's gonna get any unit kills anyway. Maybe this is him just, you know, trying to tire out his opponent. He's just going for like a round 5 kind of victory, right? I don't know anything about boxing, but wait, is it boxing that has the... I don't know how many rounds they do in boxing. Anyways, he's going for a late game victory is what I'm trying to get at by tiring his opponent out. Shield batteries, of course, have a limited amount of energy that they can heal as well. This shield battery is now at 100. This is about to be very awkward. Look at this. This is very intimidating, actually. This is actually extremely intimidating. One of these guys is burning and it doesn't even matter. It's going to eventually fall, but nobody cares. Medevacs need to be in the right place, and they will heal everything up once again. All right. The final stand of the Protoss. Can he out DPS the healing right here? I mean, he really wants to. Nice little bit of pickup micro right here by the Terran player, trying to keep everything alive. Medevac. Oh my God, the SCVs. So important here. And I think with that, it has to be... Did he lose a Marine? He did? No. Yeah, he did. He did lose a Marine. Oh my God. Oh my God, he loses a Stalker. Oh, I think with that, it is just gonna be barely. But just barely.
There are some Archons coming up, that's nice. But if the Banelings start to connect, oh my God, look at this flank he's setting up. Look at this right now. Gets picked up, the stasis ward frees him. Wow. Brilliant defense so far. Wow. It's just sentries, it's just oracles to hold off this stuff the way he just did it. There still are Banelings out here, so don't get too excited just yet. If you're a ShoWTimE fan, Dark wants the series to go to game 3. He's gonna start hammering away at the front. Here come the Banelings. One force field seals them off. But for how long? The next 8-way does die here. Banelings waddling back and forth, trying to get in there, but the gun line of ShoWTimE holding strong. They're pummeling through those Banelings. They're not connecting with anything. And Dark pulls back with his tail between his legs a little bit. He's going to rearm with some more Banelings, but the Phoenix still hovering about. Kind of scout that out right now. The precision of this defense between... Up here at this rearmed wall. And the army's slightly out of position, so one gateway dies essentially for free. The two being warped in, close to death. Here comes
the Banelings, but they get trapped in the force field and picked off for free. 6 force fields go down, and now the Immortal count's so high that if you can't connect with your Banelings, what are you going to do? Storm is about to finish, and with the Templar added into this arsenal, not able to get it done with his army. He's going to come in here now, though. Overlord's on top. One goes down to just the Storms and a little bit of anti-air, but they're dropping on top. Is actually great positioning by ShoWTimE. You need Archons to answer for those Corruptors, so like just the one Archon's not enough. Here come the Lurkers.
Well, with that quick burrow, they get right in on top of this. A recall here from ShoWTimE.
That's going to kill the 5th, though. Look at the minimap.
Oh my gosh, you are right about that. Some great lifts. So he loses this along with some probes. I think that he can come back from that, but killing these Lurkers isn't bad.
No real ground army to speak of. And speaking of banks, ShoWTimE has none for them. he's very poor down there.
Indeed.
So this
just added
becomes extremely important.
He added 5 Archons. So between the Storms and the 5 Archons being added in, these Corruptors are going to have a hard time.
No, it can't be just the Corruptors. It's got to be something else in there. Everybody, don't tell that to Dark. Here he comes. He's going to jump on top of that mothership. The Archons are in that position. Storms going absolutely wild here. The mothership does die almost immediately with the Lurkers. They should push off that ground army, and now the Corruptors trying to angle for a position on the carriers. They don't quite get it, but it's also ShoWTimE angling for position. He says, if I don't have to fight those Lurkers, I'm probably killing a base. And you got to be careful. With the Corruptors, they kind of bunch up. If 3 Archons shoot in the middle of that, they're all gone. Or any Storm, really.
You're quite right. And I love this usage of those Lurkers as well, kind of zoning everything back. Dark runs in, turns around. He's getting some decent damage done to ShoWTimE's army. This type of army is so difficult for Zerg to actually attack into.
And ShoWTimE's not expanding
comes
behind
up now, bringing his spores with him, bringing those Lurkers as well.
Jeez. First Storm hits all the Hydras. This actually could be disastrous for either player, of course, but I'm looking at Dark as potentially losing its Corruptors fighting over top of the Archons, taking a lot of Storms in the teeth. They're chasing that army as it kites backward and storms. And the Lurkers are getting caught off guard. This is getting quite bad for Dark. This might be the end of things.
This is a great moment right here. Now the High Templars have a little bit more reign, and they come right up to the front, throw some Storms on the Corruptors. A good split by Dark, though. He picks off a carrier, loses a couple Corruptors, but backs out once again.
Yep.
And by the way, Void Rays and Vipers going to be joining the fight.
Yeah, but one of those 2 players can afford to be adding stuff right now. Dark is like asking, he's calling his parents, like, do you have money for a Corruptor, for Pete's sakes? I need it. Trying to get some Banelings in there to maybe to connect with those Zealots and Templar, but he's just not going to get them. Another base will die. Now, this is a base that's mostly depleted, so it's not the biggest of deals, but it is one of the legs for sure off of Dark, who is now down 80 supply. Most of that in army, and this juggernaut of a Protoss force is making its way to the other base. So if that was a leg, this is going for the midsection. Dark is not looking for any kind of defense at this point in time. He's doing kind of a counterattack, but he's getting repelled. Artosis, this could be the first time he loses to a non-Korean Protoss in 6 years.
That is a huge stat, but if it was gonna be someone, it might have been ShoWTimE for sure. Dark still trying to do what he can. These abducts actually not too bad, throwing down a couple parasitic bombs, but I don't think Dark has enough.
He just doesn't have enough. He has to fight over here. The hatchery's already dead. It's just some smattering of lings. And now the Corruptors jump on top of this. They're going to get...
ShoWTimE actually has enough here. Oh my god, this is going to be so sick. He actually does that damage to those Lurkers. All 4 are bruised. Hardly any remaining. This push could easily break Nerchio.
Yeah, it looks like it might indeed. Blinking on top of those Lurkers, taking them out, already pre-bruised. And a huge force field wall here, knocking down these rocks. He wants to steal his army out.
That was so sick. Force fields in the wall off. He can go in here and punish whichever expansion he deems most important.
What a fantastic move out of ShoWTimE. Nerchio going around killing these other rocks, but force field's already on that ramp, blocking everything from coming.
I think he has enough force fields to lock out the Lurkers and Hydras from the next attack in over here. He's going to get his whole army in here. This might be a neck-breaking move here from ShoWTimE.
More and more force fields. We do have disruptor balls coming out, killing off almost everything that attacks in. This is great control, great strategic play from ShoWTimE. Just fantastically done.
And you can really see ShoWTimE showing us the strength of pushing through that lower center valley down there, because you can cut the Zerg off from the beating heart of its main.
Well, you know what? His army is starting to get a little bit bruised, though, and as Nerchio starts to push back, maybe he can get a defense off, but ShoWTimE has already killed off a ton of these units and started to go for the drones. He's going to come down again. I believe there are enough force fields to once again make it a lockout. Disruptor's coming first to dish out the damage. Supply at 110 to 160 right now. ShoWTimE is not stopping. No, blinking forward here once again, going after these Hydras where the lurkers there. Nor and GG. Wow, a fantastic showing.